The big story, breaking news in the standoff that has made getting around Metro Detroit a nightmare.
Some construction projects that have been brought to a halt because of a work stoppage, well, they will be restarting.
The Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association announcing it will replace union workers with non-union workers to get work restarted.
Hundreds of projects on roads and freeways have been on hold for weeks, but we understand now that some of them are already up and running again because of these developments. 7 investigator Jim Kirchner is live in Livingston County.
Jimmy just talked to MITA. What are leaders there telling you about this controversial move?
I just got off the phone with the vice president of MITA. He says they'd like to have an agreement with the union like the governor had hoped today, but that's not happening and they need to move forward. Get this, some smaller projects, he says, are already using non-union labor and many more are coming.
Contractors have to look at every possible option of getting back to work. And so the decision has been made by the industry in a unified manner, talking together, that they are going to begin to reach out to other avenues such as headhunters across the nation.
Major projects like 696 on the east side, I-75 south of Detroit will be a much bigger challenge to find enough workers. The dispute between MITA, a consortium of contracting companies, and the operating engineers has been going on since June, when their contract expired. Work continued anyway until things went sideways over Labor Day weekend.
Even other trades, such as the laborers, who might have experience in operating equipment safely. And we're going to work with all options available to try to get these projects up and running again.
The governor announced this morning he tried to get both sides into talks and road work started, but failed.
The situation is challenging and very challenging.
Cloud. Now, coming up next hour at 6, both the governor and MITA talk about using the Michigan National Guard on these road construction projects, but in what capacity is vastly different. What you hear from the governor and from MITA, that's next hour at 6. So for now, the bottom line is some smaller road construction projects are getting underway now and within the next few days. Some of the larger projects like 696, I-75 south of Detroit, still an open question whether they can find enough non-union workers. Live in Livingston County, Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
But in the meantime, it might ramp the pressure up on the union. So we'll wait and see. Very interesting, very challenging, as you say, Jim. Thank you. If you have a story idea or a concern about getting around Metro Detroit, we want to hear from you. Email us at gettingaround@WXYZ.com.